So the writing was on the wall. It was pretty obvious this was about to happen. I could see it from really just a mile away, and it's sad in a way, but it was there was no place for G4. G4 is dead. All right. The new G4 is YouTube and Twitch and other online places like because the internet has become so prolific, I guess is a word. It's become the place that everybody goes for a lot of things. G4 was not going to survive. It was not going to last. I feel like G4 would have been better off as just a bunch of shows made by, I don't know, Netflix or something. Watch that be the next thing that they do, that Netflix tries to do, is just make gaming content. I'm pretty sure they will. Give it time. They'll have shows. Or some streaming service will. Um, but yeah, no, the writing was on the wall. There was no way about it. There was no way that this was going to, there was no way it was going to survive in this landscape that we have now. Um, and let's not forget the whole rant that Frost went down, that whole big rant. During that rant, she admitted that it took all these people to work on a single show, and she basically admitted that they're spending all this money to make these shows that they don't have to spend. It probably would have only taken maybe 3 people to work on a show. It didn't even take that much. I mean, there's people on YouTube who create content all the time, and it only takes like 1, maybe 2 people in some cases. Other cases, 3 people. You know, you have the guy who does the video itself. He records it. You have somebody who edits, and so oftentimes, yeah, it's just 2 people. You have an editor and you that works on the video and editing the video and everything before it goes up, and then you have the personality, what you see here, and then a lot of times it's just one person. In that rant, Frost admitted basically that Comcast and so forth was spending an absurd amount of money to do shows that were done on the cheap on YouTube and Twitch and other platforms that might be out there. It was not necessary. All right, she admitted to that. Not to mention that she alienated a good portion of the audience by accusing them of being shit, of just stupid shit. When let's be real, nobody in their right mind gave a damn about how you looked. Nobody really gave a damn to talk about how bangable you were. Nobody gave a damn about anything. You got shit, Frost. You got shit because you had shit opinions and a shit personality. Do you know, I loved Morgan Webb, but let me, I'm not in love. Get out of here with that shit. No, I loved her as a as a personality on the shows that she was on the shows she was on. Olivia Munn, Morgan Webb, they had amazing personalities. Okay, they had amazing personalities. They were smart. They were witty. They were fun. That's why we liked them. Okay, the sex thing came later. I mean, she just happened to do no, sex thing. Sorry, let me correct myself. No, the sexiness thing came later. This whole thing where she did, cover up magazines and whatnot, that came later. All right, the majority of us liked Morgan Webb and Olivia Munn because they were funny, they were intelligent, they did great. Morgan Webb did this really funny accent. I think she was trying to be German or something, and she would experiment on consoles, dropping them off a fucking building. That was good quality content. She was awesome as a person, and that's why we loved them. You had the personality of a goddamn dishcloth covered in baby turds. That was your personality. That's why nobody liked you. That's why people had an issue with you. You had the most idiotic opinions about stupid shit. You had a horrible attitude. People didn't like you as a person. I had to get that out of my system. I've been wanting to say that for a while now. Prosk, you suck as a human being. That's why people didn't like you. You had stupid opinions. You had a stupid personality. You were horrible. You're just a horrible person. That's why you got the shit that you got. But you tried to spin it into being something about sexism. No, it wasn't sexism. We just thought you were an idiot. We didn't care for you. But after Prosk's rant, after that whole thing went down, she caused just a bunch of people to be alienated. I stopped watching after that rant. I just couldn't watch anymore. I was like, is this what G4 is now? What happened to the quality content that I used to watch in the early days of G4? Nostalgia only goes so far. When you bring back a station like G4, you need to bring the heat. You need to bring the shows people want to watch, and not everybody wants to sit and watch a bunch of people sit around and talk. That's not what a lot of people want. A lot of people want things like I wanted to see Code Monkeys come back. I like animation. I wanted to see that come back. I wanted to see Cinematech. I know it's not really necessary to have Cinematech anymore, but I wanted it. Do you think there was a Cinematech? Does anybody think that there was a Cinematech? No, there was no Cinematech. They didn't bring that back. They didn't bring back any of their legacy shows. They didn't bring jack shit back. All right, it was a terrible. I can go back and watch old episodes of G4 online and just reminisce, because when you came back, you didn't bring what people wanted. I don't know what you were trying to make G4 into, but you failed miserably. Whoever was in charge, I don't know who was in charge. It was the biggest, it was the biggest crap show I'd ever seen. Okay, it was absolutely ghastly. A lot of the shit that was being produced could have been produced on YouTube with less people working. There was just no point. I mean, a lot of it felt like really awkward podcasts. And I'm like, we get podcasts already online. You know what? And those people get to keep a lot of the money. There was no, again, I'm going to say it again and again. There was really no place for G4 anymore. Especially since they didn't have it. And of course, yeah, it could be, you could say that there actually, yeah, there's already a show like Cinematech on YouTube. There's several channels that'll go through showing trailers and shit for games that are upcoming, indie games and whatnot. Again, G4 was archaic, ancient, no longer necessary. It was a relic. All right, there was no point rebooting it and bringing it back. I heard that some of the reasoning for that was that they were trying to do esports stuff and everything like that. They wanted to do esports because that's becoming a very big thing. I don't remember seeing esports stuff on that channel. And again, that kind of thing can be streamed online. The internet is where people go for things now. The internet, all right? It's a wondrous place where you can get everything that you could possibly want to watch or need to watch in one location. And I don't mean one location as in one, website, but just that one spot. You don't have to have cable TV. You don't have to have TV and whatnot to watch any of it. You can just get what you need at the touch of your finger. Click. And that's all you need. All right? But yeah, so it's funny, the rest of the people that were left at G4 after the layoffs from not long ago, they just found out through a document that was leaked that they're getting fired. So, from Dave Scott, chairman and CEO of Comcast Spectacor? I don't know what the Spectacor is, but Comcast. So, team, G4 was reintroduced last year to tap into the popularity of gaming. We invested to create the new G4 as an online and TV destination for fans to be entertained, be inspired, and connect with gaming content. Over the past several months, we worked hard to generate that interest in G4, but viewership is low and the network has not achieved sustainable financial results. This is certainly not what we hoped for, and as a result, we have made the very difficult decision to discontinue G4's operations effective immediately. I know this is disappointing news, and I'm disappointed too. I want to thank you and everyone on the G4 team for the hard work and commitment to the network. Our human resources team is reaching out to you to provide you with support, discuss other opportunities that may be available, and answer any questions you may have. Thank you again for all your hard work for G4. Sincerely, Dave Scott, Chairman and CEO, Comcast Spectacor. Wow. Just wow. So the writing was on the wall. We knew it was going to happen when they were doing all the layoffs. It was just going to happen. It was just how it was going to be. Yeah, that was it. There was nothing else to it. We knew it was coming. It was a slow fizzle. Like they were slowly fizzling out. Like they were slowly just dying. People were slowly being laid off. Personally, I think they would have done better if they just let Frost go from the get-go. Fire her ass right there after that fucking rant. If that was spontaneous and it wasn't, scripted or anything, yeah, fire her. Fire her in good faith. And they couldn't, though. They couldn't. Here's why they couldn't. Because the woke mob is so intertwined, and I hate using that term, but it's true. There's this intertwining and we'll just say extreme liberals. Extreme liberals. Don't get me wrong. I'm a moderate. I don't like extremes on either side. Okay, there's a bad part of every group. There's always a bad. Every clique has a smaller group, a subset of people who are just really terrible. So don't get me wrong. There's a far right, a far left, and they're terrible people. But the far left is so intertwined, and I mean the extremely far left is so intertwined in Hollywood. They could not fire Frost. That's why they eventually just let her go with everybody else. But if they had, in good faith, been able to just fire her after that stupid rant, I think it would have been a sign of good faith. I would have came back. Oh, I wouldn't have to worry about seeing her ever again. I'll come back. I'll come back and I'll watch again. I'll give it a chance. Nobody was going to give it a chance after her rant. Never ridicule your audience. I try not to ridicule my audience. I think I've done it. And I'm sorry for doing that. If I have, I'm extremely sorry, and I apologize, and I beg for your forgiveness. But you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't ridicule your audience. Who was that guy who used to review movies and shows? I can't remember his name. God, it's on the tip of my tongue, but he basically talked crap about his audience. I think he was just trying to be edgy and funny, but it didn't really feel that way. And I can't remember the dude's name. But anyhow, that kind of messed things up for him too. Don't ridicule your core audience. Don't ridicule them. Don't talk down to them. Don't treat them like crap. I appreciate all of you who are already subscribed to me and tuning in. I appreciate it profusely. You have no idea how much I appreciate each and every one of you who actually are a part of this. You should kiss your audience's ass. Basically, you should kiss the audience in just right on the ass. Just say, "Let me kiss that ass." Just kiss that viewership ass. You should. You should, because they're what make you you. They're what make you you. They're what gives you a job, basically. There we go. They are what gives you a job. I don't know where I was going with that before. They're the reason you have a job. The audience is the reason that I'm still here and still struggling to do better. Because I know I have an audience, and I know I can build more of an audience. Appreciate your audience. Don't talk shit about your audience. Don't throw things in the audience's face. Never do that. Frost did that. Frost did it. And now G4 is gone. You had a chance, G4. Not to mention the fact that you didn't bring back shows people would have liked to have watched. I don't care about competitive gameplay videos and whatnot. I don't care about esports. I really don't. I like animation. I like really nerdy shit that you don't have. You don't have the nerdy shit. Not to mention, what the hell's going on with Adam Sessler? Like, I used to be a fan of his, but I think he's gone off the deep end. Like, he posted some shitty shit on Twitter. He's become pretty terrible. Like, ooh. Yeah. I don't think him I don't think he was helping either. The people that I would have liked to have seen come back didn't come back. I would have liked to have seen Olivia Munn come back. Not, I would have liked to. I don't think she ever will, but I would have liked to, and I would have liked to have seen Morgan Webb come back. Again, I don't think about how bangable somebody is. I never think about that. Personality pulls you in, okay? Personality pulls a lot of people in. It is a small, minute, little piece of your audience that are sexist and whatnot. They're very small. And when you just lash out at everyone as if they're all guilty, you fuck up. And you royally screwed the pooch on this. That's why G4 is dead. It's sad, but it was inevitable. Anyhow, this has been The Goof. And I will see you guys again. Bye.